Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And if you thought shenanigans were taking place over in Arizona, which I recently talked about with Katie Hobbs over there, where they are working, the Republicans in that state are working to purge the voter rolls of people who are not alive and people who do not live there, which are reasonable things to do. Well, we're now finding out, of course, in Gretchen Whitmer's Michigan, of course, her state of secretary, Joycelyn, I can't think of her last name. It's in the article. Anyway, is hiding this fact that they have hundreds of thousands of not alive voters on their rolls. And they are refusing to purge these rolls because, of course, if you purge the rolls in Michigan, well, you would get rid of a lot of discrepancies that you would have on election day. So let's go ahead and take a look at this article coming to us from the Gateway Pundit, which is reporting on this. And of course, we've been talking about this for a while now, right? A big issue with voter rolls, especially in swing states, is they haven't been cleaned up. A lot of these voter rolls take a lot of are normally overlooked, and what you end up having is people who don't no longer live in the state, or people who are no longer living that are on these rolls. And in some cases in the states where they are automatically mailed out to you, well, if you're on the voter roll, it's being mailed out to you. Whether you're alive or dead, it's still coming your way. And whomever is there would be able to fill out these rolls and send them back. Well, of course, here, there's 320,000, as they call them, ghost voters identified in a must-win state of Michigan. Democrats, of course, are going to look to use these tricks. So the Soros-backed Democrat Secretary of State, Joycelyn Benson, that's what it was, at the helm, who's arguably the dirtiest Secretary of State in the nation. I don't know. Arizona one's pretty bad as well. Michigan could easily become the blueprint for other states to how to sway elections effectively, right? So while Democrats used every dirty book in 2020, they're going to try to do it again. Votes that were being processed at the TCF Center by election workers, even though the voters' names did not appear in the poll books or supplemental poll books, poll challengers had no way of knowing if they were watching votes being cast by dead or imaginary voters, as the voter rolls were so overbloated that it was impossible for them to check the legitimacy of the so-called 150,000 voters who pushed Biden over the edge for victory in Michigan back in 2020. And of course, one can't help but question the timing of Joyce and Benson's decision to mail the absentee ballot applications in May. Was this a strategic move to exploit a loophole in federal law preventing the removal of ineligible voters before November's election? Such actions raise serious doubts about the integrity of the election process, right? So what we have here, of course, is these voter rolls that are so overbloated with people who, again, who are not no longer living in the state or no longer living, are being mailed out these ballots to circumvent the possibility of actually challenging some of these votes in November. And so there's going to be a play for Michigan for this. And unfortunately, the Republican Party in Michigan have dragged their feet in trying to get ahead of this issue. And like this is in many states across the country, red states, blue states, or whatever, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people who are no longer living that are on voter rolls across the country. This is a very, very concerning thing. So hopefully Republicans in Michigan will get out ahead of this, maybe a little bit more fiercely. Maybe the Trump-led RNC will do something about it, but we'll see how this goes on. But of course, Gretchen Whitmer is going to ensure that she is doing her part in ensuring that Michigan goes Biden. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys can follow me on all my social media, all linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Have a great day.